All right, I've taken some time to select images and create a gallery that I'm happy with, and now I'm eager to share these images on my website. The first thing we need to do in order to upload a web gallery from Lightroom to our website is to configure our File Transfer Protocol, or FTP, settings. In the web module, on the right panel, I'll scroll down to the bottom where we'll find the Upload Settings section. For FTP Server, we have some options on the pop-up. You'll see that I have a basic FTP option and a Tim Gray Gallery option, as well as an Edit option, which allows me to change the settings. I'll go ahead and click the Edit button here to get started. The preset is called Basic FTP. You can see this is just a sample setup. The server is set to a fake website. The username is not a real username, and the password is whatever the password was set to. You can fill in your own details here, of course. You might need to check with your internet service provider to find out what the server address is, what your username is, and of course your password. You can also choose to store the password in the preset so that you don't have to type your password each time you upload a web gallery. But the thing to keep in mind is that that password will then be stored in plain text. So conceptually, if someone got to your computer, they would be able to get into that file and find out what your password is for your account on your website. Generally speaking, though, as long as you keep your computer safe, that's not a major concern, and so I usually turn on the option to save that password. You also need to specify a server path. Now, this will be the specific location where you want to save your galleries. You might have some additional folders. For example, it's common to have a folder called public HTML or something to that effect as your top-level folder. So again, you'll need to get some information from your web provider in order to find out what that server path is. But in addition, you'll want to add a gallery path more than likely. And so, for example, on my website, I might add something like, in addition to the public HTML folder, I might add gallery or something to that effect. You can also, once you've plugged in your details, click the Browse button in order to navigate to that location on your server itself. And down below, you need to specify the protocol. This is either just standard file transfer protocol or the secure option. That will once again depend on your particular internet service provider, and the port you should not have to change from the default values. So a little bit of homework may be involved in getting these particular details, but once you have that information, you can save the preset. So in this case, for example, in theory, I would save those current settings as a new preset or simply update the existing preset, but I'm just going to click the Cancel button because I don't need to change those settings at all. I have already created a Tim Gray Gallery preset, which includes my own server, login, and password information. Now, in those FTP server settings, I established a basic path where all of my galleries should be stored, but I need to put my individual gallery into a subfolder. So, for example, I've specified a gallery folder, and inside that gallery folder, I'm going to put an additional folder. So I'll turn on the Put in Subfolder checkbox, and then I can specify a folder name for the gallery. I'll just type Alaska, all lowercase. And now I'm ready to upload this web gallery to my website. To do so, I'll go ahead and click the Upload button. Lightroom will process the images and then upload all of the files to my gallery in the location specified. While that's taking place, I just want to reiterate how easy this process really can be. Once you've configured a template that you're happy with, as well as configured your FTP settings, all you need to do in order to create a web gallery is select images in the library module, for example, go to the web module and choose your template, adjust any settings as needed, in particular changing the subfolder as appropriate, and then click the Upload button. It's really that easy. And the best part is, of course, most of this work is done for you automatically. You set things up the way you'd like them, and Lightroom does all the work for you. Once Lightroom has finished processing your images, creating the web gallery itself, and uploading all of the files to your website, you're ready to browse that gallery on the web. I'll go ahead and switch to my web browser here. You can see that I have preloaded the address for that gallery into the browser, and that's because when I initially went to this address, Lightroom had not yet published my gallery. I'll go ahead and click the Refresh button though, and now the gallery will load just as I expected it. I had already previewed this gallery in Lightroom as well as in my browser, and so I knew exactly what it was going to look like on the internet, and now I'm able to browse it and share it with others through my website. So as you can see, it's very, very easy to create and publish web galleries using the web module in Lightroom.